surely there's some Oriole fans in here that have at least some sort of input on what they think about what we should do with Tyler Wells once he's healthy again. And whether or not he is indeed a potential answer if Craig Kimbrell, look, I think we've overused Kimbrell. I think that's the number one problem. But if we are going to use Kimbrell less than a closer in his prime, we're going to need sort of a closer B, I don't know if we want to make that Cano. I think it makes more sense just to commit Cano like to the 8th inning, make Cano and Danny Coulombe sort of share that 8th inning role depending on matchups. But for the 9th, I feel like you want Kimbrell and then you want another guy in case. And I'm thinking it's Wells. I mean, if there's one thing you can say about Wells is that he looks like a closer. The dude is built like a brick warehouse. What is he, like 6'5", like 260? I mean, he's a beast. You don't want to see a guy like that in the 9th inning, I can tell you. Did I really get up at 4 a.m. today? Did I really get up at 4 a.m.? It is coming up on 8 a.m. I could have slept for... Oh, my God. It's the commitment, folks. It's the commitment. Hey, look. Not that I've been bugging people about it. All right, but I mean, we're still waiting here. I'm just going to take a look at the old sub count screen. Your boy is going to do his best to, pull back the reins a little bit on trying to throw out that, hit that subscribe button sales pitch because I'm starting to pick up that maybe it's bothering people a little too much. I don't want to bother people. 623, that's good. We got a few new ones in already tonight. 623, half dozen the other. Yeah, I got to tell you, folks, that Yankees series, I'll be honest, I was figuring we're going to get a big turnout, but there's one game where 3 new subs, but then we picked it up with 8. We're picking it up right now. I've got more subs during a rain delay than I did during an Orioles win over the Yankees yesterday. I don't know how this works. I can't figure it out. Okay, well, if we're going to have that up, I'll close this tab. And we will hang out right here. This game should be starting in 10 minutes, Aaron, and I wish I was playing video games too. You know how much of the show I could have been playing by now? I could have gotten through a whole series with my Orioles. By the way, guys, now when I play the show as the Orioles, I get so nervous. Like, I used to play with them for all those seasons where they were terrible and, like, you just sat there just doing whatever you could to win a game. Now it's like, I'm like, I got to win. I was starting up a franchise, and I swept the Angels in the opening series, and then the first game against the Royals, they got to Craig Kimbrell. I blew the save, and then I had to just turn the game off because it made me sad. Yep, ready to roll in about 9 minutes, apparently. I've told stories. I've played Yahtzee. I've made a run to the 7-Eleven. Whatever I can do to stretch this time. And, of course, with this rain delay, folks, expect the strike zone to be a little larger. Umpires tend to like to speed up the game. Although, really, this game's still going to get started before 9 o'clock. But, yeah, I still would expect a bigger strike zone. So, folks, if it's on the corner, you better go after it. Check that out. Thank you, Book Doc. I didn't know you were coming from Spain. You might have mentioned it once. But again, just further evidence, folks, that there are Oriole fans across the globe. And also further evidence that your boy is able to entertain you even at 3 o'clock in the morning, staring at a screen with nothing happening. We'll get there eventually. Yeah, it's going to be... who's the umpire tonight, by the way? We ought to take a look. Home plate, Mike Mulchinski. Muklinski. Mike Muklinski, I think is how it's said. Anybody know anything about... I know Andy Fletcher. That must be the crew chief, because I don't know these other names. Oh, MLB isn't rigged. The NBA is rigged. The NBA is so rigged. I stopped watching the NBA a long time ago. I can't stand it. Kings versus Lakers series. I don't know, 20-some years ago. Anybody remember? I mean, the thing that gets me about the NBA is that it's all about that second foul in the first quarter, and the referees have complete control over that. Right? You want a certain team to win? You want a certain team to lose? Oh, put 2 quick, cheap fouls on the player that's defending the team you want to win's best player. And suddenly... the game is almost already decided. And the other thing I don't like about the NBA is that the first 3 quarters, are they even necessary? You just sit there and you watch guys run up and down the court. And yeah, it's athletic. I appreciate the athleticism. But in terms of drama, it's just, okay, 2 points here, 2 points there, 2 points here, 2 points there. It all comes down to whether or not there's a good fourth quarter to watch. So why not just skip the first 3 quarters? You know what I mean? It doesn't have that sort of momentum shift that I like about college basketball. I don't know. I can watch college. I can watch college. NBA is just not for me. I mean, maybe if I grew up in a different city where the team I rooted for dominated all the time, maybe my opinion would be different. But just not a fan of the NBA. They don't call traveling anymore. Oh, I'm not. Oh, I'm sorry. I am on my, I'm on my preview screen. There you go. Thanks, Card. All righty. I just hope that my touchpad doesn't give me further issues. We are just a few minutes away. I'd like to see the broadcast come up on my screen now. I'm still staring at a event is in weather delay screen that has not gone to broadcast yet for MLB.TV. Yeah, the highlights are fine. And that's what it is. That's what NBA is. NBA is like TikTok. Like, I can sit there and, like, watch a minute worth of highlights, and then I'm done. I can't sit there and watch the whole... And I will say this. I've been to live NBA games. Much better experience. Especially if you got, seats on the floor. And you can really hear the squeak of the sneakers and bodies colliding and all that stuff. Oh, playoff hockey's fantastic. Playoff hockey is fantastic. Electric. Dare I say electric. Boogie, woogie, woogie. And what about Olympic curling? Now, if you really want to talk about a sport, Olympic curling doesn't get any more exciting than that. Break out the brooms. How do you get into curling? How does that happen? Like if you live somewhere super cold, like do you just get like a broom for Christmas one Christmas? Yay! A curling broom. All right, son. It's time to start practicing sweeping. You begin with the kitchen. I don't know. How does that work? All right. How's my material? My goodness. Folks, it is 7:49 a.m. local time for your boy, which means we're supposed to get this game started in a minute, and I'm still staring at MLB.TV and nothing else. It has to eventually. See, the thing is, I know it's currently streaming because it's got a background that looks like like an aquarium or something. Just little white flakes sort of moving around, a little bit of smoke. Kind of lets you know your screen isn't frozen. So I'm staring at a live picture here, but I am still waiting on the broadcast. Whoo, boy. Is everybody ready? Come on, folks. Let me hear ya. There's been a rain delay.
Through a rain delay. It didn't have a ton
Hey, the game is on, and oh boy, I forgot about the audio. Oh, look out. Okay. We are about to get underway. Let's go. A 5-game road trip. That's really a 3-game road trip. 3 games here in Cincinnati before we head back to play the Nationals with a day off in between a 2-game series. We're going to have time to rest up this week, folks. The bullpen's going to get nice and rested. So once we hit on that road trip, once that homestand comes around, where we get the Diamondbacks and the Mariners, we should be fully ready to go. Hunter Greene on the mound, a record of 1-2. This is his 7th start of the season. I believe he was the opening day starter for these Reds. He's young. He throws very hard. 42 strikeouts and 34 2/3 innings. And you say to yourself, oh, he throws hard. Does he give up the home run ball? Not really. Just 2 home run balls in those 42-plus innings. So you got a guy that strikes people out and doesn't give up the home run much. Now that means tough. He's got that 4-seam fastball, upper 90s, maybe touching triple digits. I'm not sure, but it's hard, and opponents batting just $175 off of that fastball. Gunnar Henderson at the plate. And here we go. First pitch, 98 outside for ball 1. We are underway. The Reds have their City Connect all-black jerseys on. Next pitch is a called strike at the bottom of the zone. 1-1 on Gunnar. Thin crowd here in Cincinnati, but after the rain delay and the weird start time, to be expected. 1-1 pitch is drilled into right field. This ball is going to get down, and Gunnar is going to hustle his way to second, but he is out. He is out. Jake Fraley with a throw out from right field. He had to chase the ball down to his left. Gunnar, once again, aggressive base running, but this time it works against him. A leadoff single, and he was out by a mile Tried to do that sort of swim move to try to avoid the tag. Did not work. So there you go. The Orioles break up the no-hitter, but it's 1 out. Here's Adley Rutschman. First pitch up and away for ball 1. Adley coming in batting .310 with 4 homers, 18 RBI. Next pitch is low, and the count 2-0. The game is well underway. Well, it didn't start well because Gunnar should be on first right now with nobody out. 3-0 on Adley. Yeah, how are you doing there, Narniak? Danny, I see you. Salvatore, JR. 3-0 pitch. Adley takes all the way for a strike. That's Gunnar for you. I know he did it probably half a dozen times last season. Maybe about once a month he would just try too much. In situations where we just, it's great when it works. It's just sometimes the situation doesn't really require it. And when you get caught, I mean, we don't know how good Hunter Greene's going to be tonight. That leadoff single could have led to something. And then 4 or 5 innings from now, we're going to really be regretting it. Here's the 3-2 to Adley. He fouls it back. Still a full count on the Orioles switch hitting catcher, batting from the left side against the righty Greene. This one is fouled back again. Adley is a good fastball hitter, which is what Greene throws. He's hitting .380 off the fastball so far this season, 8th best in baseball. Stealing that stat straight from Masson. This one's lifted foul behind the plate. Rutschman hanging in there, long at bat. Count still 3-2. Just getting started. Top of the first in the first game of 3 at Great American Ballpark. Pitch number 9 to Adley is outside for ball 4. Well done. Attaboy, Adley. Take your base. See, it could be first and second right now. See, if Gunnar did get that double, Adley then walks, you have runners at first and second. If Gunnar stays at first, same result. Adley walks, runners at first and second. And that's the sort of thing Gunnar needs to think about situationally when he's wanting to be aggressive on the base paths. Here is Ryan O'Hearn, batting an even .300, DHing tonight. First pitch is low and in for ball 1. And the next pitch is off the plate outside, 2-0. Hey, it's always good when the everything's lined up. I just wish I could guarantee it. There's no way for me to guarantee it. The 2-0 is on the outside corner. 2 balls and 1 strike to O'Hearn. 1 out, runner at first. And Greene's next pitch is a check swing, and it's going to hit back to Greene. Long throw, and safe! Ryan O'Hearn beats it out with a hustle down the line. Greene had to move to his right away from first to field the ball and then throw across his body. And, of course, he can throw the ball and whip it. Here comes the replay, and, yep, the foot is on the bag. O'Hearn beats it out. So now we would have the bases loaded and nobody out. Although once one event happens, it's like rewriting history. You're inventing a brand new timeline. You can't say for sure, but there could be a world right now where we could have bases loaded, nobody out. But we got first and second, 1 down. And here comes Mountie. Oh, are the Reds challenging this? They're going to waste a challenge? Oh, my God, the Reds are challenging this, and it's not even close. They're going to lose their challenge in the first inning. I don't believe it. I mean, it is bang, bang. Don't get me wrong. But there's no way. Your boy will do a handstand if the Reds win this challenge. I am shocked. I'm shocked they did this. But the longer they take, runner is indeed safe. The call stands, and the Reds have indeed blown their challenge in the top of the first inning with 1 out. Wow. I mean, who knows if that'll come into play sometime, but I mean, to lose your challenge that early, again, on a play where really, you should have been able to see pretty clearly that it's not worth challenging. Ryan Mountcastle at the plate, batting .290, 5 homers, 16 RBI. We've got Rutschman at second and O'Hearn at first. 1 out in the top of the first. The pitch. Outside, ball 1. That's a slider from Greene that already started off the plate, made it easy for Mountcastle to lay off. Wow, how does Kevin Brown get these stats? I tell you what, I need a stat man to feed me some of these stats. There's another slider, swung on and missed. That time, Greene with a much better location, starting in the zone and then dropping low and out of the zone. Mountcastle batting .261 with runners in scoring position so far this season. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. There's the gas, 98. Mountie late, and the count is 1-2. Here comes the next offering. Way up, and it gets away, and both runners will be able to move up. A huge wild pitch with 1 out. Double play no longer in order, and the first run is potentially just 90 feet away, and a fly ball can get him in. I mean, that pitch, who threw that? Ricky Vaughn? Just a bit outside. 2-2 on Mountie, who's out of the batter's box. Umpire holding his hand up. Mountie's ready now. 2-2 pitch coming. Here it is. Lifted in the air, but foul off to the right. That sounded nice off the bat. A loud crack off of Mountcastle's barrel, but a late swing fouls it off to the right. Mountie went deep yesterday. This one is also fouled back. Another hard fastball, 98. Greene all the way up to 22 pitches, just 1 out here in the first. The Orioles. Let's hope we can cash in, man, especially after that first. We've only made 1 out that we shouldn't have even made. The pitch is a called strike 3, and that's what I'm talking about. You can't lay off with 2 strikes on a pitch near the zone. Yes, it was on the border. Yes, it wasn't a good pitch to swing at, but you got to fight it off. The umpires are not going to extend this game any longer than they need to. Mountcastle strikes out looking, and I think he knew it. I think he knew he made a mistake there. So now there's 2 down. It's going to be up to Anthony Santander. Man, what a waste. First pitch is high for ball 1. Man, next pitch is bottom of the zone. 2-0. Just a little below the zone. Come on, Tony. I want a Tata. There's one right down the middle at 99. 2-1. Santander at 214 with the average. 4 homers, 18 runs batted in. A 1 base hit could get him up to 20 RBI. This one's lifted in the air. Shallow. On the infield. Second baseman will make the catch. Espinal with the catch. Inning over. The Orioles with a gigantic wasted opportunity. Ouch. Ouch. Just think about how differently that inning could have gone if Gunnar didn't try to go to second base. You don't want to sit there and go, Gunnar, it's all your fault. And I want him to keep that aggressive base running going. I just want him to get a little more IQ for some situations like that one. I love the aggressive base running. There's too many great players that begin their careers running the bases with everything they got, and then as soon as they sort of establish themselves, then they take their sweet time. To me, Gunnar seems like the guy that's going to hustle for a long, long time. So I don't want to discourage Gunnar from being aggressive, but he just got to sort of read the situation for what it is more than just go automatically, yeah, I can get to the next base. Yeah, I can do it. I appreciate it. I like the attitude. But right there was a perfect example of why you got to be both brave and smart together. They got to work together. A couple of hits in the inning. We go to the bottom of the first. India, De La Cruz, and Steer coming up for the Reds. All right. How's everybody doing in Charm City chat? The red jerseys look nice. I mean, outside of the fact that they have like a dark red outline for their name, where we have a sort of white block colors, it's all black like us, right? I know a lot of people out there don't like the Orioles City Connects. I do. Is it the best one out there? Probably not. I do like the Cubs with the Wrigleyville, the powder blue. But there are also some really loud and obnoxious City Connect jerseys out there, like the Padres. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. But, I mean, those jerseys, I feel like I'm watching the Savannah Bananas. All right, Cole Irvin on the mound. Ready to get going here against Jonathan India. Again, normally a second baseman. He's DHing. Bit of a liability in the field. And with the lefty on the mound, usually they have the left-handed hitting Nick Martini in as DH. But they're going to go with India in this spot. Here's a called strike. First pitch was off the plate, and then a curveball for a called strike to make it 1-1 on India, who's batting .221. Next pitch, check swing, appeal, and, well, we're going to have to wait to see. Yep, he went around. The camera cut away a little late, but the umpire apparently indicated it was a swing. 1-2 the count. Pitch. Ground ball, hit rather softly. Gunnar with a bit of a double clutch, but able to get rid of the ball in time to retire India. One away here in the bottom of the first. Cole Irvin, once again, in his last 2 starts, really been working that curveball. 4-seamer and curveball, accounting for about 60% of his pitches, but he's also got a sinker, changeup, cutter, and he'll break out the slider once in a blue moon. I don't mind our Connect jerseys, but I wish instead of the weird city thing for the sleeves, they should have just made it the Maryland flag in a color that matched. Yeah, like a yellow and or a gold and black kind of sleeve. Yeah, I could see that. I guess if I had a choice, I'd rather go with that because I love the Maryland flag. Here's a called strike to De La Cruz. First pitch was off the plate. Elly De La Cruz, folks. Let's talk about jerseys in a minute. We got Elly at the plate. 1 out, nobody on. Next pitch is a little bit low. Ball 2. This home plate umpire likes to do that weird thing after a pitch where he gets up as if he's going to call a strike, but He's just getting up sometimes. 2-1. And that is a strike or not? That is a ball. I don't know if it's the camera angle, but the umpire will stand up and Elly will block him. I can't even tell what he's doing, calling balls and strikes. 3-1 the count. Be careful here. And there's a called strike. Elly had already taken a first step to first base. That one on the outside edge. And Elly asks for timeout. All right, ump. Let's not make you the center of attention here. Payoff pitch coming to De La Cruz. This one's lifted in the air, left center, and it's going to drop in for a base hit. Elly De La Cruz is on the bases as he dunks one into left center field. A breaking ball. Didn't try to do too much with it. That's a good swing right there. And now his legs take over. The most dangerous part of this guy has yet to come. 18 steals, leads all of Major League Baseball. First pitch to Steer is a called strike. Man, he is a specimen, this Elly De La Cruz. 0-1 pitch, lifted in the air. Taking a look, but it'll be back in the stands pretty good, a good 10 rows or so. Oriole defense tonight, left to right in the outfield, Kjerstad, Mullins, and Santander. Mullins needs to be on his A game because Kjerstad is definitely a downgrade in the outfield defensively. And Santander, well, he can do well if he can get to a ball. Doesn't have a whole lot of range. On the infield, it's Westberg at third, Gunnar at short, Mateo at second, Mounty at first, and Adley, of course, behind the plate. Here's a pitch up and in. And I'm surprised De La Cruz hasn't taken off yet. 1-2 the count on Spencer Steer, who's batting .252 with 4 homers, 22 RBI. Here's a throw over. First check on Elly. And it wasn't a snap throw from Irvin. That was a sort of a just want to let you know I'm looking kind of throw. There's a second try, and this is a snap throw. So that was the ploy there by Irvin. He wanted to maybe draw De La Cruz into a false sense of security with a soft toss with the first throw. Then he snaps one over there, and De La Cruz gets in there. But now that's 2 disengagements. Expect Elly to take off. He's going, and there's a ground ball foul. Thank you very much. Going back to first, Elly. So he's already got his uniform nice and dirty. I tell you right now, Elly De La Cruz is a stud. It's going to be a lot of fun. Assuming that we come away winning this series, most importantly. But just as a casual fan, not thinking about results, just watching Elly De La Cruz. There's a swing and a miss, throw down a second, no chance. Ball was offline to the shortstop side of the bag, but De La Cruz, forget about it. He's in scoring position, but we have 2 out now. 19 steals for De La Cruz here on the 3rd of May. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Something happened where they're saying De La Cruz has to go back to first. Oh, you know what? The hitter interfered with Rutschman's throw. The hitter, with his backswing, touched Rutschman's back. And even though I don't think, to be perfectly honest, that had anything to do with whether or not he could have thrown Elly out, I think Elly would have been safe regardless. But what a break. Elly's still at first. You can bet he's going to try and steal again. Tyler Stevenson now at the plate, and here goes Elly, and Rutschman pops up to throw, but the ball sort of comes out of his hand weird, and he just holds on to it. So De La Cruz takes the bag anyway. There's steal number 19. Folks, again, it's just a matter of time with this guy. And with 2 out, you would think nothing to worry about, but folks, this dude will run anytime, anywhere. And he is bouncing around out there on Cole Irvin. Are you kidding me? Did my stream just go out? Come on. Oh, boy. Unbelievable, the timing. I guess because I waited for hours for the game to start. That's normally about 2. Okay, here we go. Ground ball, shortstop, Gunnar, first base, in time, inning over. So Elly gets a hit, gets a steal, and we work around it. We go to the second inning, no score. All right, that game went out for about 15 seconds. No problem. Yeah, we'll take that. Elly did his thing. He got his hit. He got his steal, but he didn't score. That is a win. Because I'm telling you right now, in the second inning, they're going to send up the bottom part of this order. 4 of the 5 hitters in the bottom 5 of this lineup hitting under 200. And it's not like a Kyle Schwarber under 200 where he's got a dozen homers. No, under 200 without much else to go along with it. Meanwhile, we've got Cedric Mullins, Jordan Westburg, and Heston Kjerstad due up. Lefty, righty, lefty, top of the second. How we doing out there? I feel like it's the BW and Rob show tonight. Now, there's not a whole lot of chatter out there. Thanks, Rob. Yeah, I might have to take a look at the old analytics here. We've got over 100 people here. What are we doing, folks? The crowd is here. How about we get the likes up to 50 and maybe have a little bit of chatter? By the way, folks, the Birdwatcher channel continues to grow. Why not be a part of it? I have no ads running. I have no sponsors to read off. The only thing going on for me right now is trying to grow the channel with the help of people like you. I wouldn't even be trying as hard as I am if it weren't for the fact that I'm 100% confident that this channel needs to be here. I mean, the response so far has been fantastic. I can feel it. I know you guys out there like Rob and JR, you've been waiting for a channel like this. Am I wrong? Tell me I'm wrong. Okay, don't tell me I'm wrong. Then you'll blow everything I'm talking about. Playing the show and listening to my sultry voice. I will take it, Aaron. All right, Mullins is at the plate to lead off in the top of the second. First pitch is in there for a called strike. Mullins down to 212. He's had some big hits this season, but whenever... And this one's lifted up into the air, out of play. 0-2 on Mullins. But yeah, when those big hits, when you go 4 or 5 games without anything from Mullins, you kind of hope you can get back into a groove here. This pitch is high, 1-2. You see, the man says I'm needed. Janet says I'm not wrong. I like people who agree with me. All right, 2-2 the count. That one's a little off the plate. No score, top of the second. And the 2-2 to Mullins is a check swing. He went around. Ball was in the dirt. Stevenson tags Mullins to complete the out. 1 away here in the top of the second. Mullins down on strikes. Yeah, Mullins is struggling too. I tell you what, I know Mullins had a recent day off, But, I mean, again, if we want to get Kjerstad a little bit of routine, I just don't see it happening with two lefties due up in the next two games. All right, Westberg at the plate. First pitch is low and away for ball one. But yeah, I'm just trying to find a way to get Kjerstad in the lineup a little bit. We can move Cowser to center. This one's way off the plate, 2-0. I mean, you can't replace Mullins' defense in center. That's why I'm willing to put up with a Mullins, drought at the plate more than pretty much any other player. It's because of what he brings to center field for us. 2-1 the count on a swing and a miss by Westberg. Jordan hitting .308. He has really blossomed into a fantastic hitter. Sprays the ball all over the place. Dials up the power when he needs to. Seems to just know how to hit given a situation. I mean, he really looks like a seasoned veteran at the plate. And it's still only really his first full year of baseball here in the bigs. Here's a swing and a miss. So all the compliments leads to a strikeout. 98-mile-an-hour fastball from Hunter Greene. That was some gas. Westberg late on that swing. 2 down. That'll bring up Kjerstad now. With that tall batting stance of his. Straight up and down. First pitch check swing, no swing. Got that high leg kick as well. That one's inside. And the count 2-0. So a nice hitter's count here for Kjerstad. He can reach a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Look for a zone and hit it, boy. There, he got one. And he missed. Well located by Greene. Top of the zone on the outside corner at 98 miles an hour. 2-1. This is a little bit inside. And, folks, if you're watching this game on the screen right now, your boy, the Birdwatcher's name is proudly displayed on the backstop advertising sign. You'll see BW. There's ball 4. Kjerstad draws a 2-out walk. Well done, kid. Take your base, keep the line moving, and get the number 9 hitter out of the way. Worst case scenario. Here comes Jorge. I just hit a 435-foot bomb over Baltimore yesterday. Mateo. First pitch to him is in there for a strike. Greene continues to pepper the zone with fastballs. Mateo batting .268 with that 1 home run, 3 RBI. BW right there behind the plate. I'm staring at it right now. I'm looking at BW. Yeah, you'll see the other one in the close-up, but when they go to the wide shot, at least if you're watching the Orioles broadcast, you'll see BW, I promise you. I'm looking at it. This one is low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Mateo. That home run he hit yesterday was the first in over a year. At least one that went over a fence. He did have an inside the park job in Oakland back in August of last year. Here's a check on the runner. And Kjerstad is back in there. 2 down, 1 on, no score, top of the second, and a 1-2 count on Jorge Mateo. The BW, by the way, is for Best Western. It's a Best Western ad. And it's a logo I've never seen from them before. I guess they've had a brand change. Okay, the 1-2. There's a slider, I guess. That was up and away. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 out in the second. Twos across the board. Here comes the pitch, and it's a swing and a miss. Slider, low and away. Mateo comes up empty, and so do the Orioles. They've left 3 runners on through the first 2 innings. We go to the bottom of the second, no score in Cincinnati. How's everybody doing? Oh, good call there, Greene. Chris. Yeah, Hunter Greene had thrown, I believe, 24 pitches in the first, so I guess he threw another 24 there. So, yeah, folks, there's more to the game than just putting a run on the board in the early part, you know? If he can get that starter to gas himself out early. And, again, I've taken a look at this Cincinnati Reds bullpen. They've got 1 or 2 guys that look okay, but, yeah, they got to go to the bullpen early. We're going to see 3 or 4 guys. There's going to be a couple of those guys that we might be able to do the business on, if you know what I mean. I'm a Red fan. Ouch. Got to get this offense going, unlike O's too. Hey, John, what's going on with Matt McLain? Wasn't that like your best player? What's the status? Because I don't see him listed on the DL, and he's obviously not with the team right now. What's going on with Matt McLain? I thought he was one of your more exciting young players. I apologize for not knowing. That's simply why I'm asking. I am admitting my lack of knowledge on the subject. What a strange stat Masson is showing us right now. All right, apparently I've stumped John. Irvin ready for his second inning of work, and the first pitch to Encarnacion Strand is in there for a strike. A curveball. 0-1 pitch is hit on the ground. Third baseman Westberg has it across the diamond in time. Steady as you want. Westberg throws out Strand. I'm telling you what, between Westberg at third and Mountie at first, our corner infield looking really sharp on defense. So, John, any thoughts on Matt McLain? I'm honestly curious. There's a line drive. Gunnar with a nice play in the hole. Gets up, throws, and gets Candelario. Candelario first pitch swinging. A hard hit ground ball into the hole. Gunnar got down. Did his little pirouette. And then fires across to get Candelario by a full stride. I think I broke chat. Here's Espinal, batting just 191. First pitch to him is high. Santiago Espinal. There's a curveball called strike, bottom of the zone. All right, at this point, I'm just going to ask, is this... Here's a ground ball to Westberg. Over to first, in time, inning over. Is this thing on? McLain tore cartilage in his shoulder before preseason. He should be back midseason. Okay, thank you, John. That's tough news, man. He's a good young player. 24 pitches through 2 innings. So look at that. Irvin throwing half the amount of pitches as Hunter Greene. That should play a factor into how this game goes. Folks, we're through another commercial break. Let's get that like count up to an even 50, shall we? All you got to do is tap a thumb. It's right below your screen. And get this. There's no obligation, no commitment, and no salesman will visit your home. You won't even get an annoying email. It's just simply a momentary tap of your device. You're helping out the channel, and that's all there is to it. It may seem petty to you. It's not petty for me. It helps. I appreciate it. All right. We're going to go to the third with the top of the order due up. Let's hope Gunnar laces another pitch somewhere and doesn't get caught off the bags. Yeah, we've squandered an opportunity here in the first 2 innings. We've left 3 men on base plus the base runner thrown out on the bag. So that's 4 guys. I feel like one of them should have scored to give us a lead here, but we will continue to try and chip away to get at Hunter Greene. Marte, third baseman, he's out till June. Kjerstad did draw a walk earlier. Hey there, Michael. Just finished cutting grass before the rain hits us on the East Coast. Was listening during the delay. Haha, beautiful evening here in southern York County. Well, thank you, Michael. Did you enjoy listening to the delay coverage while I was playing Yahtzee? Gunnar's first pitch is ball 1. Singled and thrown out trying to stretch it into a double, leading off the ball game. Next pitch is off the plate, 2-0. Here comes the next pitch. This one's outside, maybe a bit high as well. 3-0 to Gunnar. Take another pitch there, Gunnar. Or just sit dead red if it's right down Broadway. That he should have taken. He was right to take. That pitch was right on the outside edge at 97. 3 balls and a strike. This one's lifted foul behind the plate. And the count is full now. And then TJ Friedel hurt himself, diving at a foul ball. Yeah, I was looking at that on the... it looks like he was ready to come back pretty soon. Here's a 3-2 pitch fouled away. 99 that time from Greene. That's the hardest fastball tonight. I don't think he's hit triple digits. Everybody's mowing the lawn after the hot weather has arrived. Here comes another payoff pitch, and Gunnar does well to lay off there. You know what? What a great piece of hitting, or in this case, patience from Gunnar Henderson. I've seen him swing and a miss at a pitch like that on a full count pretty much in every situation so far this season. Very good for him to lay off there, especially as the leadoff man, because that's what he needs to do. He's got to remember, he's a leadoff hitter. Objective number 1, get on base any way you can, and that includes walking. So he's on first base, nobody out, and Adley Rutschman at the plate. First pitch is a foul right there at the plate for strike 1. Yeah, and we got to face Lodolo on Sunday, John. Fortunately, we don't get Ashcraft, but I've seen Nick Lodolo's numbers, and I also know he's a lefty. I feel like our team is better served against right-handers, and this one's lifted in the air, foul behind the plate, into the crowd. Adley Rutschman with an 0-2 count. Hunter Greene is about to throw his 58th pitch already with just nobody out in the third. He's gotten 6 outs, and he's nearing 60 pitches. This one's foul back. Ashcraft. Isn't there like a talking duck that does commercials for Ashcraft? Ashcraft. Rutschman walked back in the first. And a balk by Hunter Greene. How about this? A free base for Gunnar. The easy way. Gunnar at second base. Nobody out. So take the double play away. And Adley, move that runner to third any way you can. Out comes Stevenson to have a chat with Greene. Meanwhile, look at this. Elly and Gunnar chatting it up at second base right now, and they just gave each other a fist bump. I love it. I love interactions like this. You know both of these players are competitive as hell. They can sit there and smile during a break in the action, but as soon as the game's back on, you better believe they're both playing their butts off. This one is fouled back. Still 0-2 on Rutschman. Yeah, they are chatting it up. Gunnar and Adley becoming best friends. Excuse me, Gunnar and Elly. Adley at the plate, of course. Here is the 0-2. Check swing. He lays off. Or at least he better have. Okay. After an appeal. Indeed, Rutschman lays off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Top of the third. Gunnar Henderson at second base. The Orioles have had chances early. Now they've got another. Runner in scoring position and nobody out. Let's do this. Pitch. Popped up. Third base side. Taking a look against the railing and make the catch. Candelario with a big out number 1. And boy, that really gets in my crawl. Come on, Adley. You're better than that. Situational hitting. We got to get Gunnar over to third. We got that free base. We've already had a couple of chances squandered. You want to get that first run on the board to set a tone. The longer you go. All right. O'Hearn pops it up. Can of corn to center field. He will be retired on 1 pitch. 2 away, Gunnar still at second base. Boy. All right. Mountie. I am reaching for the castles. I am painting castles in the sky. Wait, how do you get that stupid thing? Oh, there it is. Come on, Mountie. We need a big 2-out hit here. Greene with a look on second base, and here's the first pitch, and this one's lifted foul off to the right. Mountcastle 0 for 1 so far tonight. Struggled in the 4-game series against the Yankees until the final game yesterday where he went off. Here's the 0-1. Up and in, a check swing, and he went around. 0-2 on Mountcastle. Gunnar Henderson had a leadoff walk, was given second base for free with a balk with nobody out. And we send up Adley. We send up O'Hearn and now Mountie, and we're a strike away from not cashing in. Wow, a high pitch, and somehow Mountcastle got a hold of it. It's going to be a fly out to right center. The center fielder, next to his teammate, makes the catch to end the inning. The Orioles have left 4 men on base. Opportunities squandered in the first 3 innings. We go to the bottom of the third. No score in Cincinnati. Yikes. Your boy doesn't like that. I don't like that. I'm putting my foot down, and I'm going to say I don't like to have rallies killed for 3 straight innings. Oh, well. It'll be Fraley, Fairchild, and India due up for the Reds in the bottom of the third. And if anyone gets on, Elly comes up. Who, by the way, the only base runner so far tonight for the Reds. Honestly, And again, this is no offense to folks like John, any Reds fans that are here, but you take a look at these two lineups. I mean, Elly De La Cruz is a stud. Spencer Steer, pretty good. That 2-3 spot in the order, you got to handle those guys. But the rest of this order, I mean, come on. We got to put some runs up. All right. Yeah, Rob, I'm telling you, I'm the kind of guy, I would probably be like Bobby Knight or something. If I were a baseball coach, anytime you can't play the fundamentals and get a runner over or get a runner in with less than 2 out. Oh, that gets under my craw. Hey, Pure, thanks for sending people over. I was ready to send people to you, but as you know, a long rain delay. I was assuming at the beginning of the day today that my game would finish first. But here we are. Thank you, Pure, for sending some folks over. Jake Fraley at the plate, and after a strike, the next pitch is off the plate for ball 1. Fraley comes in. Average up in the 290s. A good average, but this one is lifted into shallow right. Just a few steps onto the outfield grass. Mateo makes the catch for out number 1. Cole Irvin is cruising. I mean, he is cruising right now through this lineup. It's taken him just 27 pitches to get through the first 8 batters. That's only 3, not even 3.5 pitches per batter. That's good stuff. First pitch to Fairchild, called strike. Stuart Fairchild batting a $190. Next pitch is swung on and missed, 0-2. PAS is in the house. Mets suck again. What happened, PAS? Hey, Seeley, good to see you. We got a scoreless ball game here after a long rain delay. Long way to go. Bottom of the third, 1 out. Nobody on. And an 0-2 count to Stuart Fairchild. Swing and a miss. Irvin with a changeup on the outside edge. Fairchild whiffs. 2 outs. Cole Irvin looking sharp. Only 1 base runner to reach. And, of course, it was Elly De La Cruz. Why wouldn't it be? All right, back to the top of the order for Jonathan India. 2 down, nobody on. The pitch is a curveball low for ball 1. Here's the next one. There's a curve that does catch the outside edge of the zone. A ball and a strike to Jonathan India. Ground ball. Shortstop Henderson with a kind bounce throws to first. Bit of a low throw, but Mountcastle able to handle it to end the inning. So the Reds go quietly again. Outside of the Elly single, Cole Irvin has looked unhittable. We go to the 4th. Let's get some runs. Scoreless ball game in Cincinnati. Of course, I should never say scoreless. 0-0 is a score. I used to get a lot of flack about that when I switched over to covering Premier League football, a.k.a. soccer. Hey, don't tell anybody it's scoreless when it's 0-0. Oh, they don't like that. There's a score, you idiot. It's 0-0. All right, I'm sorry. I learned my lesson. The Orioles will send up, who do we got? Tony, Mullins, and Westy? Is that right? That's right. Right. How's my coffee doing? Might be time for a break with Lucky. What does scoreless mean? Basically nothing. A scoreless ball game would be before the first pitch of the game. That's scoreless. But obviously in soccer, a final score, quote unquote, can be 0-0. Games can end with that score. So it's a score. It's all a bunch of, potato stuff. The Baltimore should get a hockey team. I would love them to. I was just looking at, it's been a long time since I've followed hockey regularly. I was just looking at the standings and thinking back to when I used to really follow hockey, like early 90s, and just amazed at how much the whole league has changed over the years. So many teams brought in, so many teams gone from my days as a kid. Anthony Santander at the plate. First pitch is off the plate for ball one. Next one is swung on and missed. That was a changeup from Greene. Count is a ball and a strike. And this is a big swing and a miss. 97. Center cut from Greene. Tony could not get to it. Anthony Santander's batting average against fastballs thrown 95 miles an hour or harder. Are you ready for this stat? 0.48. Ouch. Hey, he gets a piece of this one. It's chopped over on the left side of the infield, but it will be a ground out for Anthony Santander. Candelario making the play. One away for Cedric Mullins. And it's this part of the lineup, Santander and Mullins. We got to wake these bats up. These guys are hitting down in 210, 211 territory. Upstairs to Mullins to begin the at-bat. That is the 70th pitch already for Hunter Greene. One out in the fourth. This one's popped up. Not going to be anything but an easy play for Elly De La Cruz. Two down. Man. Man, oh man, oh man. A couple of these bats are in a coma right now. And it's tough because it's in our outfield. Santander, Mullins, and Cowser. Three guys for most of the month of April. You're screaming, those are the guys I want in my outfield. Well, they're all struggling right now. Here's Jordan Westburg with two down, nobody on. And the first pitch is off the plate for ball one. This one's fouled away. 1-1. The Baltimore Blue Crabs. Isn't there another team already in the league with a blue, like Columbus Blue Jackets? Is that too much blue? Will they allow it? That would be like the MLB having the Red Sox and the... Oh, they do. They have the Reds. Okay, let's do it. The pitch is right in there for a strike to Westburg. A ball and two strikes, two down, nobody on in the top of the fourth. And this has been Greene's best inning by far. If he can get Westburg here. And Westburg stays alive. That pitch just got a piece to foul it off at the plate. How about the crabs that aren't from the Bay? Baltimore is known for another type of crab. Not sure if that'd go over as a mascot, though. All right, Westburg fouls one away. The count is 1-2. Pitch number 77 is lifted. Reached out for by Westberg into shallow right. And Fraley will make the catch to win the inning. We go to the bottom of the fourth. No score in Cincinnati. That was Greene's best inning by far. So great. We probably had a chance to get to him early, and we didn't. And now he's got to settle in and probably be lights out for the next couple of innings. Well, I say couple. I mean, we'll see. If he has another 20 pitch plus inning, he might only have one more inning in him. Your boy's got to take a little lucky break now. I don't know how many lucky breaks I've had tonight, but your boy woke up super early. And he's just trying to stay as toasted as his lucky. Elly, Spencer, Tyler due up for the Reds. Folks, if you're here now watching, and if you haven't hit the like button already, would you mind doing it? It helps out the channel, and that's all I'll say about it. It just helps. Thanks. Subscribing is also an option. It's free, it's easy, and there's no commitment. Let's take one more peek. Your boy has a really good feeling that maybe one more. Oh, my. Whoa! Whoa! A sub jump. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Well, we're going to get out of this series maybe around 650. I don't know. Maybe we'll hit the Devil's number before we get out of here. We are playing the Reds. Maybe the number of the Devil would be a good target by Sunday. What do you say? Get us one step closer to Satan, everybody. Elly De La Cruz at the plate. And it's 0-1. Next pitch. Foul back, 0-2. Okay. Ellie's wearing a black uniform, but it's hard to tell between the jewelry and the dirt. He looks like Flava Flav just came out of the sandbox. This one is fouled away. Yeah, boy! All right. Some do say that, JR. Some do say that indeed. All right, an 0-2. Breaking ball on the outside edge. Couple inches off the plate for ball one. One-two is lifted in the air. Stay in the park, right center. We've got room. Santander waving off Mullins makes the catch a couple of steps in front of the track. Elly is retired. Man, he's got a lot of bling. And he's got his jersey half open. I mean, he looks like Tony Montana. He's dressed like Scarface. Say hello to my little bat. All right, here's Spencer Steer with one away. He takes a curveball for a called strike. Steer 0 for 1 tonight, as is the rest of this Reds lineup outside of De La Cruz. Next pitch is off the plate, 1-1. Irvin threw 6 pitches in the second and 9 in the third. Unbelievable. Here's a ground ball hit hard, but right to Gunnar. Over to first in time. 2 down. This town needs an enema. Here's Tyler Stevenson. First pitch. Lifted foul behind the plate. Irvin has thrown first pitch strikes to 8 of the first 13 batters he's faced. Has been super economical thus far. This one is off the plate outside. Count even at 1-1 on Tyler Stevenson. There's a breaking ball hit on the ground. Gunner's got it. A couple of steps. Makes the throw in time. And the inning is over. Another quick and easy inning for for Cole Irvin. At the end of 4, zeros across the board. We're going to the 5th. Yeah, Cole Irvin has really found his zone. So good to see. Just in time, too. I'm telling you, if things were timed like one start sooner, it could have been Cole Irvin out of a job. But he had a chance to make that one first good start, build off of that, followed up with another good one, and that basically, with all these pitchers returning, that pretty much secured his spot in the rotation. And now look at him. He is dealing. He's dealing. 1 hit through 4, and I don't think he's given up a free pass, has he? No. 1 hit, no walks. ERA now at 3.06. Suddenly Cole Irvin is in the Cy Young conversation. All right. Maybe I'm embellishing a little bit. Okay. All right. Okay, it's time to return to the screen. And there I am. Everybody's tired. Come on, folks. What if this were a game out on the West Coast? We'd just be getting started. Kjerstad, Mateo, and Henderson due up for the Orioles in the top of the 5th. Kjerstad walked in his first plate appearance. Your back is sore. The man, if you saw the chair your boy is sitting in, I'm telling you right now, when it comes to investing into things, I got to get a comfortable. I am sitting in a chair that is older than me, metal back, stiff as hell. It is bad. In fact, I'm going to get up during the next half inning and just walk around for a little bit. Thanks for reminding me. Kjerstad is at the plate. Here we go. Top of the 5th, and the first pitch is swung on and missed. That slider dipping low and in on the left-handed batter. The 0-1. This one's lined into right field and in front of the right fielder for a base hit. The ball bounces away a little bit, but the Reds able to get the ball back in. Kjerstad with a leadoff single. Heston, get on base. Kjerstad has now raised his average to 250. Put a pillow under the tushy. That's not a bad idea. But I've only got my 2 bed pillows, which means the pillow I lay my head on would be the same one my butt's sitting on. I don't know if I want to do that. I need my own dedicated butt pillow. Jorge Mateo at the plate. First pitch is fouled away. We have a runner on first. Nobody out. Top of the 5th. Trying to get a run against Hunter Greene. Here's a fly ball fouled away off to the right. Those aren't pillows. Here's an idea. When you tell a story, have a point. It makes it so much more interesting for the listener. Oh, we can trade planes, trains, and automobile quotes back all night long. Hell, I wish we would have done that during The rain delay. Right. Okay. Patrick, you're obviously just a guy that just wants to be an antagonistic, annoying guy. Everything you say. Look, I mean, if you just showed a modicum of just civility, you'd be fine. But you're simply just being a nuisance for the sake of it. And come on back tomorrow. Give it a try. You're more than welcome to give it a try. But, yeah, that's about enough of that. Okay, Kjerstad at first. Mateo retired. And Gunnar Henderson coming up to the plate. What just happened in my stream? Uh-oh. Look out. Bad luck, perhaps? I'm going to have to go to... Oh, come on now. Oh, great. Your boy's computer is doing this funky thing again. Come on, man. Just open up. Honestly. What are we doing here? What in the world are we doing here? Can I move you, please? Will you move? You won't move. Okay. Good Lord. I might have to close the laptop screen again. I'm sorry, folks. I apologize. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Jesus. Hold on, people. Unbelievable. You know? You just try and open up something. Folks, hang in there. Move! I don't believe this, guys. You got to be kidding me, man. You got to be kidding me right now. I can't move. This is ridiculous. Are you serious right now? I don't want it full screen, okay? There you go. I'm about to lose it, man. I'm about to lose it. This touchpad is done. It's done. It's done. I have zero control. Zero. I can't move. Oh my God. It is absolutely ridiculous. Okay. Folks, I'm shutting my computer off for a sec. Now will you move? It won't do it. Guys, I can't even see your chat right now because this thing is blocking it. My God. All right, look. Your boy is in the middle of a problem right now. Trying to get the ball game back up. Hang in there. I apologize. We're going to the middle of the fifth. The Orioles were unable to score. I can tell you that. See, it's working fine over here. It's just when I'm trying to use the my little notepad, that's when I got the problems. Okay, game on. Game on. And we have the final out just right then and there. A fly ball by O'Hearn to center field ends the top of the fifth, which means this version of the game I'm watching right now is going to be farther behind than what I had, unfortunately. But the other game just went out. Sorry about that, folks. The game is up, but there's going to be a delay now. Gunnar Ball hit a ball to the right to get to first, and Kjerstad got to second. Oh, if that was a breakdown, I've had much worse. O'Hearn pops out in the inning. Thanks, Rob. Yeah, sorry about that, folks. We're 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position. Man, I know. God, how many times have we had a chance to at least put... I mean, it's one thing to, like, you know, have a night like this where you waste, like, 7 chances, but at least you get 1 run. Just give me 1 run, and then I'd feel way less worse about the fact that we're not cashing in on our opportunities here. I got to go out and get a mouse. But I don't even know. I don't have this table I'm using so small. There really isn't a place for the mouse. Everything needs to be upgraded. Everything. Starting from scratch. Started from the bottom, now I'm here. Started from the bottom, now I'm still freaking here. Okay, Cole Irvin. Bottom of the 5th we go. And I can see on the screen already there's a 1 out. So, yeah, this is unfortunately, folks, a situation where I just have to deal with it. Encarnacion Strand at the plate. First pitch is swung on a miss on a pitch up and away. I'm looking to get the game back from my original source. But, yeah, let's try it here. I'll try it after this next at bat. It's 1-1 on Encarnacion Strand. Next pitch is popped up. First baseman Mountcastle just in the foul ground. Now steps back over right in front of the bag. Makes the catch for out number 1. If it isn't one thing, it's another. When you live way the heck out here. Okay, Candelario at the plate. First pitch to him is a called strike. Right over the middle of the plate with a breaking ball. 0-1 on the Reds' third baseman. Next pitch, a little high. 1-1. This one is foul back. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Jeimer Candelario. And it looks like, yeah, that other stream is gone the way of the dodo. I'm going to have to handle this. 1-2 pitch is hit on the ground, left side. Westberg has it over to first in time. 1 away in the bottom of the 2 away, in the bottom of the 5th, as Irvin continues to cruise. 51 pitches with 2 out here in the 5th. I mean, his ERA now has got to be under 3, or it's got to be close to it at this point. Here's a foul off to the right by Espinal. Espinal 0 for 1 tonight. By the way, I have 0 audio on this game now, so I can't hear the ball hit off the bat and get any sort of gauge of how hard a ball is hit. Like this one, it's hit to left center field and pretty deep, going back and making the catch on the track, or at least stepping onto the track while making the catch, is Mullins to end the inning. Cole Irvin keeps on sailing. Take me away to the win I'm looking for. Sorry about that. That one was for my friend. We are now going. Well, this says the end of 5. Didn't we just? Yeah. So we're going to the 6th inning already? My goodness. Come on. Small ball is so much more fun, in my opinion. I love small ball. I love it when we're able to recognize that a game is going to be tight. And when you get a runner on, you do the fundamentals of get them over and get them in. Because, again, folks, you never know when that 1 or 2 run thing that you just scratch across, that might be what you need. I agree we are, but that instance, they should have played a little smaller ball. Also, Kjerstad probably missed an opportunity to get to third. Orioles are a good team, so I expect them to be in every game. Yeah, that's one thing about the Orioles. It's not going to be often where they're just out of it, you know. Irvin needs all of his games delayed, but he's been good, period. Yeah, that's a good point about the rain delay not having an effect on Irvin's effectiveness tonight. Sometimes that can really mess people up. Notable news includes the passing of some great players this year: Whitey Herzog, Bud Harrelson, Carl Erskine. Did I say that right? Jerry Grote, Don Gullett, Bud Harrelson, Larry Brown, Ed Ott, Pat Zachary. Wow. Those aren't all Reds players, are they? I hope not. Okay, top of the 6th. Mountcastle, Santander, and Mullins due up. Hey there, Cantankerous. This should be a 5-0 game right now. I know. I mean, I'll say 3-0 because, you know, sometimes you just can't cash in. But, yeah, we definitely were due to cash in at least once, probably twice in the first 5 innings. Mountcastle, after a first pitch out of the zone, takes a called strike at the bottom of the zone. 1-1 on Mountie, 0 for 2 tonight. This one is hit hard, but foul off to the left. That's the sort of ball into the stands that lets you know why they put a screen up down the baselines there. 1-2 pitch. Hit hard, right field, base hit. Mountie goes opposite field. He reached out for it and goes the other way. Nice piece of hitting from Mountcastle. Another leadoff hitter on for the Orioles. My God, if we don't cash in this inning, I'm gonna lose it. How many? I mean, we've had maybe one inning where we didn't have a rally of some kind. I think we've had the leadoff man on like 4 times tonight. Let's go. Anthony Santander at the plate. Yeah, Baltimore, get up. I had earlier in tonight's stream shown a tweet where I was... MLB Network had a tweet talking about how good Mountcastle is in the lineup and he's underrated as a hitter. And I'm like, yeah, he's also a Gold Glove first baseman that's materializing before your very eyes. On an 0-1 pitch to Santander, he fouls it back to make the count 0-2. Hunter Greene now at 95 pitches. So this is going to be his last inning. And depending on how things go, he might be facing his last batter. There's a lefty Mullins on deck. They have not shown us the Reds bullpen yet. This pitch is low and in to Santander. 1-2 the count. Now they show us the bullpen. Here we go. We got a righty up. Cruz is up and throwing. The 1-2. Swung on. Popped up. Shallow right field. Second baseman will go out to make that catch. Another weak contact swing from Anthony Santander. It's been tough for him lately. You can see it. As soon as he makes contact at the plate, he knows he made bad contact. He's already slumping as he's going to first. 1 down for Cedric Mullins. First pitch to him is fouled back. Mullins has been behind in counts pretty much every at-bat during this slump he's been in. The 0-1 pitch. That one's upstairs. 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, folks, as a reminder, after the technical issues and having to switch to another stream, this game is definitely a little farther behind. So if you want to stay in line, just pause the game as soon as an out is made. Keep it paused. Let your boy, the Birdwatcher, then catch up, announce that same out, and then unpause your game. You'll be all set. This pitch is a called strike, low and in to Mullins, and the count 1-2. That was the 100th pitch of the night for Greene. Here comes 101, low and in. 2-2 on Mullins. That's right. 2 of the best, not just best, but young too. I mean, young and exciting 5-tool type guys. The 2-2 to Mullins upstairs, and the count goes full, and you can tell Greene tried to overthrow that fastball. That's a sign that he's running out of gas. I mean, he can still get it up there, but you can tell it's taking a lot more out of him to do it. Here comes the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed, and a throw down to second. It's high and offline, and Mountcastle, thankfully, will be able to swipe second on the strikeout as Elly continues to hold a glove against Mounty's midsection. Elly, I think he's safe. All right, so a strikeout, but we do have a runner in scoring position with 2 out. A base hit could get us on the board, please. Jordan Westburg, just the guy I want in this situation, honestly. 2 out, RBI situation. A kind of situation where, again, you just need a hit. You just need to serve it somewhere. Hit it where it's pitched and go with it. Get this run in. Folks, this is an exciting part of the game. And again, with this delay thing, we're going to go to the sub screen. First pitch to Westburg is outside for ball 1. I cannot have anything spoiled in a moment like this. And hopefully folks in chat who have been with me for a while will make a statement that says, don't worry, folks, if you're new, this isn't a ploy to get subs. This is for good luck. This one's off the plate, and it's 2-0. 2-0 on Westburg. Two down. Mountcastle at second. Here's the pitch. It's in there for a strike. Sort of a get-me-over changeup. 86 miles an hour from Greene. And the count 2-1. The pitch. Outside edge for a called strike 2. Here we go. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runner at second. 2s are wild, except on the scoreboard where it's 0-0. The pitch. Low and away. And thankfully, so far off the plate, Westburg did not even offer. Kjerstad is on deck. We've got a full count. Payoff pitch. Number 109 from Greene is low for ball 4. And a good thing from Westburg. I was just going to say, 109, his command has got to be coming to an end. Greene is probably done. And here comes the manager. That's going to do it. Hunter Greene will exit this ball game. They showed a righty getting loose. Kjerstad is up next. So unless they got a lefty up quick, then we're going to have Kjerstad up. Wait a minute. We're having a talk. Nope, no, there's the call. It wasn't an immediate call to the pen. Maybe that was a little bit of extra time and if they do indeed have a lefty. No, a righty is indeed coming out. The Reds will go to a right-handed reliever with Heston Kjerstad at the plate. in a big RBI spot in a scoreless game in the late innings. All right. Heston. The Reds say, we don't need a lefty to get you out. We'll go to a righty. What do you got to say about it, Heston? Let's go. We'll come back to the sub-screen here in a minute when the broadcast comes up. Well, actually, it is ahead. This will do something. I don't know. Just get caught up, folks. Here you go. Zeros across the board. The Orioles with 5 hits tonight. The Reds just won. A single back in the first from Elly De La Cruz. That's it. Cole Irvin hasn't given up a thing since. Not even a walk. Meanwhile, the Orioles have left 6 men on base, have been 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position. I mean, we got to win this game, folks. This would really be frustrating. Okay, I can see Kjerstad has already been dealt ball 1 on the screen, so I'm going back here now. Folks, again, hey, Melanie, how you doing, hon? Big moment in the ball game. Strap in. Again, folks, if you're ahead of me watching it, that's on you. No spoilers, please. Try and get your game synced up with me because we've got a major moment in the ball game coming up right here. Melanie's here to bring us some luck. I hope so, Melanie. That would be great. Fernando Cruz, 14th appearance of the season, 1-2 record, ERA of 4.63. Pretty high, considering opponents are only hitting 146 off of him. He has given up 1 homer. Kjerstad at the plate. 2 on, 2 down. First pitch is a check swing inside, appeal, no swing. 1-0 on Kjerstad. Love to see him come through here. He's already got a hit tonight and a walk. The pitch in there for a called strike. And the count even at 1-1. No score, top of the 6th. The Orioles just trying to break through the wall like the frickin' Kool-Aid man over here. Let's go. 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Not sure what kind of pitch that was. Kind of looked, it was off speed. Let's see, he's got a splitter. That must have been it. Splitter, cutter, and a 4-seamer. There's one in the dirt. Stevenson keeps it in front of him. Runners stay put, and the count even up at 2-2. Heston means to crap your pants in Greek. Hey, you learn something new every day. I'll do the bugle if we get to another pitch here, but this next one is only seconds away. A 2-2 to Kjerstad. Here it comes. Swung on him, foul back, and we'll do it again. Come on, folks. We've been knocking on the door all night. Let's open it up. The 2-2 to Kjerstad. Swung on and missed. A pitch on the top of the zone, outer half. Kjerstad comes up empty, and the Orioles leave 2 more men on base. 8 men left on without a run. This is tough to watch. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Nothing. Jesus, the rain delay was easier to watch than this. I mean, I've already had 3 luckies. I've had my allotment. Oh, you know what? I need to get up and stretch. That's what I need to do. It's not the 7th inning stretch, but, you know, I can't wait another inning. I just got to get up and get the blood pumping a little bit, okay? Good Lord. Okay. I wish you could see my dog when your bugle goes off. She stops everything and looks. That's great. Isn't that amazing? I mean, I'm over here in Thailand, just living in a cheap apartment with a microphone I can afford, turning on my computer, doing a crazy bugle noise into a microphone, and somewhere on the other side of a planet, a dog gets excited. That's great. All right, we're underway here, bottom of the sixth. Jake Fraley at the plate. First pitch is a strike, and the next offering is outside for ball one. Irvin has been magnificent through the first 5 innings, giving up just 1 base runner, a single to Elly De La Cruz. The 1-1 is low and outside for ball two. Yep, pitch count is not an issue whatsoever right now. 2-1 pitch is inside, 3-1. Here comes a dangerous pitch, and this one's hit on the ground on the left side. Westberg will field it, throw to first. A little bit of a weird movement there by Mountcastle, but he makes the play, and Fraley is retired. 1 down in the 6th. Cole Irvin cruising. Cruising Cole. Here's Stuart Fairchild. Boy, he's got a young face. He brings the bat around as if to bunt and takes low and in for ball one. I believe, yeah. They're not going to say he was in the act of bunting. 1-0 the count. Yeah, you're talking about a baby face. Nobody's got a baby face like Jackson Holiday, but this Fairchild kid, not too far behind. The 1-0 in there with a breaking ball, 1-1. Hey, Bird fan, it all depends on what time of year with that daylight savings thing. I am technically 12 time zones exactly away from East Coast, but I'm only 11 hours off during this time of year instead of 12 due to daylight savings. 1-2 the count on Fairchild. Yeah, he has the face of a fair child, doesn't he? The 1-2 pitch. This is swung on and missed. Down goes Fairchild. Irvin picks up another K. 2 down in the 6th. Base is empty. I mean, this is like a self-driving car on cruise control. I can just go into the back seat and take a nap. Irvin's got it from here. 2 down in the 6th. Here's India. And this one's hit back to Irvin, off his glove, but right to Gunnar, who throws to first. I mean, Cole Irvin. Are you part of Bohemian Grove? I feel like there's some magic at work right now. That ball hits off the heel of Irvin's glove and bounces perfectly to Gunnar to retire the batter. We are through 6 innings. Cole Irvin has given up 1 base runner in 6 innings. A hit to Elly De La Cruz. And by the way, wasn't a line drive. It wasn't a duck snort, but it was just kind of a mid-range looping single back in the 1st inning. And that's it. I mean, at this point, we might be looking at the best start from any Orioles pitcher this year to date. And yet, we can't give them a lead. We got to get some runs on the board. Okay, we are into the Reds bullpen. Let's see what we can do. You wouldn't mind getting rid of what? Daylight savings time? I know, right? I mean, it had a reason. That was back when society was like 60% farmers. And they wanted that extra daylight time. You know, when they get up in the morning and, tend their crops. But a lot of us aren't tending crops anymore. A lot of us are rolling out of bed, sitting in traffic, trying to get to a cubicle for 8 hours. I don't think we need to worry about daylight savings at this point. But that's just your boy, the Birdwatcher's opinion. We go to the 7th. We've got a new pitcher on for the Reds. So, who was that? Fernando who? Who was that guy? Fernando Cruz came in to get one out, throw 6 pitches, and we're moving on to Pagan. Is that Emilio Pagan? The veteran Pagan that I'm familiar with? Okay. Cole Irvin, they're showing him in the dugout. I don't know if his day's over or not. It is indeed Emilio Pagan, veteran right-hander, making his 14th appearance of the season, 2-1 record, ERA of 3.65. Opponents hitting 265 off of Pagan. That's something we can work with. I need to tend my crop, too. All right, we are into the late innings in a scoreless game. Jorge Mateo will lead off. And the first pitch to him is on the outside edge for a called strike from Pagan. Mateo 0 for 2 tonight. There's a lot of tending going on in the Chom City chat. 0-1 pitch in the dirt, 1-1. They keep showing Irvin sitting in the dugout. I don't know if they're trying to tell us without being able to hear that his day's over or that... I mean, he can certainly pitch another inning. This one's popped foul behind the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Mateo. Pagan throws the 4-seam fastball about half the time with a cutter and a splitter mixed in. Next pitch is off the plate. What? Did they call that a strike? Wait a minute. Hold on. No. Okay. I swear the umpire made a motion. It looked like a punch out. But he just raised his right fist sort of toward his mask. I don't know what that motion was. Anyway, 2-2 the count. Here's a ground ball in the hole and through the left side for a base hit. A leadoff single for Mateo, and he's got legs. And he knows how to use them. Folks, the rally has begun. We're back to the sub-count screen. Sorry, you're going to have to rely on your boy, the Birdwatcher. Once again, folks, pause your game. Maybe it's a pitch you can pause it on. I don't know, but just pause it after an action and then let me say it and then unpause. Don't spoil it for you. Don't spoil it for me. Gunnar Henderson is at the plate, top of the order. He's 2 for 2 with a walk tonight. Let's go. The hat. Holy shnikes. And wait, I'm not even on the screen either. Here's a check on Mateo. He's back in at first. Here you go, folks. Your boy is back to see us to victory. Here we go. Mateo has already been checked on once. Gunnar at the plate. Here, fake run there by Mateo, and the pitch is high for ball 1. And Pagan might be more worried about Mateo than he is Gunnar, which is always a recipe for disaster as a pitcher. You better... Well, actually, what am I saying? Go ahead. Go ahead and worry about Mateo. There he goes. And Gunnar takes, and the throw down is... Oh, De La Cruz might have been able to get Mateo, but the ball pops out of his glove. We've got ourselves a steal. Mateo showing De La Cruz how it's done. It would have been close. It was in on a bounce. Actually, the reverse angle, that ball was never... Well, it did get the webbing of De La Cruz's glove just a bit. Mateo probably has that bag stolen either way. 1-1 the count. Nobody out. a huge run at second base. The pitch. High fly ball. Gunner's admiring it. Center field. Fairchild makes the catch on the track. Mateo will tag and move up to third. Gunnar, I don't like staring at a baseball unless you know it's gone, buddy. Look, it was a productive out. Mateo moves to third. I appreciate it. You got good wood on the baseball. But come on, Gunnar, you're better than that. Plenty of time to admire a ball once it's gone. You'd never know what could happen out there. Could get misplayed up against the wall. Next thing you know, what would have been a triple is only a double. You gotta just... All right, here we go. The infield is in. Rutschman at the plate. One out, runner at third. Pagan on the mound. First pitch. Upstairs, ball one. Top of the seventh. Nothing. Opening game of a 3-game series against the Reds. The Orioles have had so many opportunities to score while the Reds have not had one. This one's hit in the air. Center field. This will definitely get a run home, and it's going to get down. Adley Rutschman will score. Jorge Mateo with an RBI double, and the Orioles are finally on the board. 1-0 Baltimore. Adley Rutschman comes through, his 5th double of the season, as he turns that Pagan pitch around, and a diving attempt by Fraley goes by the wayside. That ball gets past Fraley off the tip of his glove. He went all out for it. All right, let's keep the line moving, and it is the hat. Let's go. Here's a pop-up foul behind the plate. But here's the deal, Janet. Here's the deal. Here's how things like the hat work. I can't just, start every game wearing the hat. Because what you're basically asking me to do is say, okay, we're going to win the last 120 games of the season. I can't do that. Here's Ryan O'Hearn. 0-1 pitch is fouled back, and it's 0-2. No, I gotta start the game with the hat off, unless I'm in the mood to wear the hat. If I'm in the mood to wear the hat, I'm in the mood to wear the hat. Hey, by the way, Ryan O'Hearn in the 7th inning or later, batting .381. He likes clutch hits. The 0-2 is upstairs, a ball and 2 strikes. So yeah, you understand, right? If I start a game without the hat on, I can't just go right to the hat. I got to wait for the right time, and your boy waited to the right time once again. The hat coming through. Okay, 1-2 on O'Hearn. The pitch swung on and fouled off to the right. Still 1-2 on O'Hearn. The Orioles with a run in. My God. The hat has a mind. Well, the thing is, my mind is inside the hat. So just remember that, folks. It's a hat that's protecting the Birdwatcher brain. Here's one fouled back. And the count will remain a ball and 2 strikes. I feel you. I got a lucky hat, and you can't have it on at the start. It's like a timing thing where you need to put it on the perfect moment. Exactly. Because, yeah, if you just water down something like this, it's never going to work. It's being too greedy. It's Pandora's box. Why is my phone going off? 1-2 the count on O'Hearn. Adley at second, 1 down, a run in, and the pitch is swung on and fouled back as this at-bat continues to go deep, despite the fact that there's only 1 ball on the batter. O'Hearn fighting pitches off. I like it. Oh, that's right. Normally, when it comes to the hat, I'm just going to put out a poll because I don't want to get blamed for anything. This one's fouled back, and we'll do it again. O'Hearn seemingly just fouling pitches off for kicks. 1 for 3 tonight. Big runner out there at second. Trying to double up the score here. The 1-2. That one's drilled. Right field. Forget about it. That ball is gone. Bye-bye, birdie. Ryan O'Hearn. O-R-I-O-L-E-S. Orioles ahead 3-0. O-H-E-A-R-N. O'Hearn. Get in. That ball was launched like a catapult. Get out of here. The Orioles ahead 3-0. Here's Mountcastle. Fouled back. Take a drink from the hose. All right. And O'Hearn went on the outside to get it and pulled it too. Boy, that ball. Woo, boy. Get on out of here. The 0-1 to Mountie is hit hard to the right side. Backing up is Fraley, and it's off the top of his glove. That ball was smoked. Fraley misread it. Mountcastle's got a double. Keep the sprinklers on. The Orioles offense is alive and well. Let's go. Mountie with a double. Hey, by the way, does the hat and the sub screen work? Let's do a poll and find out. And I know some of you are going to answer no because you're just going to be that type of person. There's always those type of people. Does the hat... By the way, we have a pitching change. Or maybe it's just a meeting on the mound. Either way, here's your easy question for tonight. By the way, nearly 3,000 people checking in at one point or another tonight. The numbers are insane. 120 of you are in here right now. Folks, I'm in the mood to break the record for likes. I think the record is something like 75. Seems very, very approachable to me. And your boy has been up, just to remind you folks, 5 a.m. start time with a near 2-hour rain delay thrown in. Okay, Anthony Santander at the plate. Thanks for all the new subs, too, by the way. First pitch to Tony is on the inside corner, belt high for strike one. So that was just a meeting on the mound. Pagan is out there. That was his 21st pitch since coming in. And by the way, not a single person has answered no on the poll. So I'll go ahead and take my results as they are. This one's fouled away, 0-2 on Santander. You guys, try not to be ahead. I know it's hard, but okay, finally, one person, one skeptic out there. You got to have that one, folks. Here we go. Here's a check swing foul from Santander. O'Hearn at second base after the RBI double. The Orioles ahead now 3-0 with 3 runs here in the 7th. Finally breaking through and getting to the Reds' bullpen. They had their chances against the starter, but for some reason, we have a lot of trouble getting through the starting pitchers. This one's in the dirt, gets away, and a bit of a slip there by Stevenson, retrieving the ball. Mountcastle stays put, but Stevenson might have injured himself. I guess he's okay, but he went into a slide as if maybe the grass was wet. Legs sort of spread apart. You can definitely get hurt that way. All right, 1-2 the count. There's some sort of delay in action here. Okay, Santander back in the box. 1-2. Mountie at second. 1 out. Here comes the pitch from Pagan. This one's lifted in the air, foul. Santander chased one low. But with 2 strikes, You can kind of understand it. All right. The 1-2 to Tony is just a weak pop-up. I mean, he just waved the bat at a pitch. I mean, Santander is lost at the plate right now. A weak pop-up on the third base side for the out. I mean, that was ugly from Santander. It has to be said. It has to be said. Tony just needs to hit the cage, hit off the tee, do some basics right now because he is flailing at the plate. Flailing. It's difficult to watch. Okay, we got another pitching change. So I'll bring it on back to the other screen here for a while. Orioles ahead 3-0. Mullins due up, so Pagan will be relieved by, I'm assuming, a lefty. Who can replace Santander for a while? Oh, I mean, I don't know how much of a while, but let's look at it this way. As long as we're on the road, I want to see Heston Kjerstad playing in a corner outfield spot against righties. So why don't we just have three guys kind of rotate two spots, Cowser, Santander, and Kjerstad? Because right now, Cowser and Santander, for me, can probably just play 2 out of 3 games in a series. And that way, Kjerstad can still play 2 out of 3 games. You can give them all a couple of games. Just bench one of the other for Kjerstad in one of the games, and then figure out which one to do based on lefty or righty or whatever other matchup thing that looks right. But yeah, I would do something along those lines right now. I mean, it solves 2 things. It allows Cowser and Santander to sort of get out of this slump without sending them up there for an 0 for 4 every night. And it also allows Kjerstad to get into a groove. I mean, it could help us on both sides of the equation. So that would be my call. This is not a call on Santander like he's washed up. Ugh, we can't rely on Santander. No, he's just in a slump. We've seen it before. First of all, Santander is in a contract season. Trust me. He wants to mash. Justin Wilson, veteran lefty. Boy, this guy's been all over the place. I remember him on the Mets. He's probably been around. He's out to pitch with Mullins coming up. 0 for 3 tonight. Yeah, Cowser got his rest tonight. And that's what I'm saying. Tomorrow and Sunday we got lefties on. Lefties coming. So I'm going to think Santander is probably going to play the final 2 games. Because with lefties, you've already got Cowser and Kjerstad. You want to probably play Tony as the only non-lefty in the outfield. 0-1 on Mullins. And the pitcher steps off, Wilson. Throws a 4-seamer, cutter, slider. Your typical veteran lefty reliever. He's effective. This one's fouled back, and the count 0-2. 2 outs. Runner at second. The Orioles with 3 runs in a long top of the 7th inning here. Is the poll pretty much over? Have we come to a decision? (0-2) pitch. Swung on and missed. Mullins. That is the end of the inning. Folks, it's 7th inning stretch time in Cincinnati. We may not be at Camden Yards, but that doesn't mean it ain't time to put some cakes on the griddle. We go to the bottom of the 7th with the Orioles ahead 3-0. What happened to my little avatar here? It's just a big empty nothing. Is that a glitch? Is there a glitch in the Matrix? Oh, there it goes. All right. It's a weird one tonight, folks. The Reds have been held to 1 hit. The Orioles with 9. Out hit 9-1. We done with the poll then? All 17 of you chiming in, huh? We're about to hit 3,000 views. Not so many hanging around, but wow, look at the likes, though. Guys, we are going to break that record with a couple of more. I think we'll get there. I'm sure I don't even have to tell you anymore tonight. We'll just get there. All right, the poll's over. How do I get rid of this? Get this off my screen. I'm clicking on it. Folks, you can see me clicking on this, right? It's not even like getting out of the way. Whatever. All right, I guess that's stuck. Just another reason to hate polls. Am I right? What happened to my chat? 7th inning stretch. We're winning. We just put up 3 runs. And, this chat is dead. Wake up. What I got to do to wake you up, to shake you up, to break the system up. Cole Irvin is coming out to pitch the bottom of the 7th, folks. Elly De La Cruz is at the plate. What more do you want? We got a pitcher on fire, and we got one of the more exciting players at the plate. Let's go. Is this thing still on? All right. There's a called strike. By the way, I just realized now I can't hear the game. This got muted again somehow down here. I don't know how. Now I can actually hear the game. And De La Cruz with a line drive into the left field corner for extra bases. It'll be a double. If that were into the right field corner, that's a stand-up triple for De La Cruz. But instead, it's a leadoff double. And that's the one guy in this lineup we got to keep under wraps. But again, if he's the only guy that can get a hit, we should be able to work around it. Irvin had retired 17 straight batters before that double. Oh, wow. Maybe it's... Oh, you know what? There must have been... Yeah, the chat must have been delayed because now things are flying. Sorry, guys. Okay, Spencer Steer at the plate. 0-2. 0-2. He's 0 for 2 tonight. The count is 1-0 on a pitch outside. The pitch. Top of the zone for a called strike. Good location there from Irvin. Yennier Cano getting loose in the Oriole pen. So I got a feeling we're going to see Cano, Coulomb, and Kimbrel in some kind of combination tonight. Again, Craig Kimbrel, this one's hit off the end of the bat, a nubber, but it's a foul ball. Only just. Mountcastle trying to field it for it when foul. 1-2 on Steer. Yeah, folks, I mean, if you're expecting Craig Kimbrel to get demoted out of the closer role, well, it ain't going to happen until he screws up a few more times. And again, I don't want to put all the blame on Kimbrel. We've been using him too much. End of. He was appearing in every other ball game, which puts him on a pace of 80 appearances. I think the most times he's ever pitched in a season is like 65. So he's just on too much of a workload. This one's up and away. And I know a lot of you out there are probably thinking the same thing I do. Like, really? Too much of a workload? You got to throw 60 innings in a full season? Like 10 pitches every couple of days? You can't do that? Well, I know how you feel, but hey, I'm not a major league pitcher. I don't know. A check on De La Cruz, who's at second base. By the way, did he? Yeah, he had a double, so he's always been there. The 2-2 to Steer. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. The pitch. Upstairs for ball 3. We got a full count. Again, if we can get through this right here, we're in really good shape because it's the De La Cruz and Steer combo that worries me the most. One's on second base and the other one's at the plate. We got a full count. The pitch swung on and tapped foul off to the left. We'll do it again. Whew. I'm trying to change my cell number and the hash is not helping. Oh, the hash is working great if you can't figure it out. Another payoff pitch to Steer. Here it comes. In there! Right in there! Called strike 3. Steer caught looking at a pitch right in there. I mean, right in there. 92 miles an hour. No need to frame. That's a strike all day. And look at this. Everybody coming out to give a pat to Cole Irvin. He is going to be lifted here with Stevenson, the righty. And actually, we got a few righties due up. So I think we're going to go to Cano here. I got a feeling in the 8th inning we might see Coulomb, and in the 9th inning we might see Kimbrel. I'm just saying we might. I don't know. But a lot of stuff can happen. But if we got a 3-run lead, if that part of it stays the same, then that's my prediction. So how about a round of applause for Cole Irvin? 6 1/3 innings without a walk and just 2 hits. Both of them to Elly De La Cruz, which, you know, the best pitchers out there right now are having trouble getting this kid out. So the other 8 hitters came up empty. 3rd straight quality start from Cole Irvin. Great, great stuff. Whew, man, I am tired, guys. I've been up. I mean, it's going to be a 5-hour stream here in 5 minutes. I've been on the mic. Take away the trip to the 7-Eleven during the rain delay. I've been on mic for 5 hours. I am running out of gas. Love to have you guys here, though. I guess that's why the numbers are high. I remember when I had that 5-hour rain delay with the Royals in the first week of the season. We had over 3,000. I guess you stay on long enough people click. But what matters is that 120 of you are chilling in here right now. And I think we have indeed surpassed the record so far in this early stage of my channel. 76 likes. Folks, I was born in 77. But I was conceived in 76. Thanks so much. Here we go. Bottom of the 7th. 1 out. And a ground ball to Mateo. 2 out as Stevenson hits a ground ball. First pitch from Cano. De La Cruz moves up to 3rd, but there are 2 down. Cano's appeared in 15 games already this season, so pretty much every other game we see him. Again, a guy like him, maybe he can handle it. A guy like Kimbrel, I don't think so. We got to use Kimbrel a little less. All right, Encarnacion Strand at the plate. First pitch to him is outside for ball 1. 3-0 Orioles. All the runs coming in the previous half inning. Two down, runner at 3rd. The pitch. That one's hit back toward Cano, who throws a fadeaway throw off the back foot by Cano. And he throws it to first to end the inning. Everybody is smiling on this Orioles team. Yennier Cano with a bit of acrobatics. Look at that. It was like a fadeaway 3-pointer from the baseline. Yennier Cano with a toss to first to end the 7th. We go to the 8th. It's Orioles 3. The Reds nothing. Yeah, definitely style points on that one. Of course, if he threw that ball away, we'd all be on its back. But, hey, he got it there. Like, would I want to see him throw the ball to first that way, like in a playoff game? Probably not. I would probably bite my tongue off. But, hey, he was feeling it. Due up for the Orioles. Bottom of the order. Westy, Kjerstad, and Mateo. Can I call him Kjerstad? I'm feeling thirsty for Kjerstad. All right, maybe that won't work. That probably won't catch on. So you're not even a month in? I am a month in. I'm about 1 month and 1 week. First game of the season was what, March 28th against the Angels? So yeah, you got April plus a couple of days in March, a couple of days in May. I did do some spring training games, a handful, just to sort of practice, get used to doing everything I'm doing. But I wasn't expecting much of a turnout, and there wasn't much of one. So I don't really count that. I knew as soon as I went live for Game 1 that stuff was going to start to pop off. It's popping off bigger and better than I ever thought. I'm so excited. Seriously, guys. Living and breathing, growing this channel every single day. Your boy's got a dream. All right. Well, you say Kjerstad needs a better nickname. What is his nickname at the moment? When I say I'm thirsty for Kjerstad, that's not exactly a nickname. It's just a little funny rhyme. First pitch to Westberg is fouled away. 0-1 the count. Buck Farmer is out on the mound. Another right-hander for the Reds. This one is off the bottom of the barrel of the bat and will be caught. A basket catch by Encarnacion Strand in foul ground near the camera well. So that was a bit of a cheap first out. Here comes Kjerstad, and I can already see where the count is on Kjerstad, and that's a good count. I don't want it. Whoa, look at that jump. Okay, thank you to the new subs. This one is outside for ball one. Folks, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, we're going to get to a 3-1 count on Heston Kjerstad because it was given away. And again, folks, I do apologize. With the rain delay and other issues, I mean, when a stream goes 5 hours long, eventually the lag is going to start to be an issue. This one's in the dirt. The count is 2-0 on Kjerstad, who is 1 for 2 with a walk. Still looking for his first RBI since getting called up. 2-0 pitch is inside 3-0, and Kjerstad looking comfortable at the plate. It doesn't seem to be pressing at all. And by the way, Danny Coulombe, the guy who I said would be the man in the eighth, currently getting loose in the bullpen. On a 3-0, Kjerstad takes, and he was right to do so. It was a strike, but that was low and inside. Unless he was looking for that location. Best to lay off. 3-1 pitch. That one is ball 4. Tough call for Farmer. Looked like it caught the top inside edge. But Kjerstad draws his second walk of the night. And he will be replaced now by Ryan McKenna. And this move makes sense. Kjerstad, love this guy's bat, but when it comes to his defensive acumen, he's got some developing to do in that area. McKenna will replace Kjerstad at first base as a pinch runner. He's also probably a little bit faster on the bases. Mateo at the plate. First pitch to him is fouled back. Stevenson's got the glove. Oh, wow, that ball stayed straight up. Stevenson with the mask off makes the catch in foul ground. Mateo retired on a foul pop-up to the catcher. Boy, I thought that ball was going straight back into the crowd. Okay, 2 down for Gunnar Henderson. Folks, we've hit 640. 640. That's fantastic. Seriously, guys. The channel growth has been a pleasure. I'm going to do the best I can for you. You guys are doing everything for me. It's a mutual love affair. Let's go. There is a check on McKenna. Henderson is at the plate 2 for 3 with a walk tonight. First pitch to him is off the plate just a bit. Maybe a little high as well. Want to know the count. The pitch. There's a swing and a miss. 93-mile-an-hour fastball from Farmer. Thin crowd here on a almost washed out game with a weird start time to begin with. And that pitch is low, 2-1. So that probably doesn't help the Reds in terms of feeding off the energy of the crowd. And they're trying to rally here in the late innings. 2-1 pitch. This one's hit on the ground. A diving stop by the first baseman. Did he catch that on the fly and double up the runner? He did. Encarnacion Strand with a diving catch with his glove basically landing on the first base bag to double off Gunnar Henderson and end the inning. My God. Talk about a stroke of luck. All right. Enough of that inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The Orioles need 6 more outs. Danny Coulombe waiting in the wings. We've got Candelario, Espinal, and Fraley due up. That's a switchy. Is Espinal a switchy or just a righty? And then Fraley from the left side. So at least one lefty and a switch. Not sure if Candelario is much better from one side or the other. I think Espinal's a right-handed hitter. Oh, a recliner, the man? No, not a recliner, because I would fall asleep. I need one of those, like, gamer-type chairs. You know, the ones everybody uses that do live streams. They all use them for a reason. They're built for sitting in for long periods of time. And, yeah, my back is getting destroyed. Folks, do you want to see the chair I'm dealing with? Check this out. This is a chair that is older than me, okay? This is a chair that I found for free because your boy went through some tough times. All right? This is what my ass has been sitting on for 32 games. And tonight it's been sitting on there for 5 hours. Again, all for you. I don't know how to tell you. Danny Coulombe is on the mound. This is his 16th appearance. ERA of a flat 3. Opponents hitting just a $1.43 off the lefty. Candelario will come up first. And boy, yeah, can you see why I need to get this channel to grow so I can get back on the straight and narrow? All right. Candelario will bat from the right side against Coulombe. First pitch is over the plate but low for ball 1. Candelario 0 for 2 tonight. Grounded out to short and grounded out to third. Hitting just a $1.89 on the season. 1-0 pitch. In there, a called strike. Looked like a slider that kind of backdoored Candelario. McKenna indeed stays out there, replacing Kjerstad in left field. Here's a swing and a miss on a big breaking ball. 1-2 the count. Yeah, I can't beat the living out here, Curtis. I love it out here. I just do. This place has my kind of pace. It's like the pace of a baseball game living out here. If you love watching baseball, folks, I think you might love living out in Thailand. It's like the culture of baseball. I don't know. It's a direct correlation. It's sort of like, a nice pace, but then you got your action. And then you got a nice pace. And then you got some action. Here's the 2-2. That one is low and in. Check swing. Did not go. Full count on Candelario leading off the bottom of the 8th. That's not a chair. It's a torture device. I'm telling you, folks. This one's hit hard. Into the corner, left field. Long run for McKenna. He chases it down. Right near the foul line as he bumps into the wall down there. Folks, that defensive replacement might have just saved us a leadoff double. I'm not sure Kjerstad makes this play. I'm not saying he couldn't. I'm just saying I'm not sure. I just know McKenna did, and he is a little bit of an upgrade. Here's Espinal. 0 for 2 tonight. Breaking ball in there for a called strike. So, yeah, Espinal, a straight-up right-handed hitter, I'm pretty sure. The lefty Fraley is on deck. We'll see if the Reds go to a pinch hitter or what. This one is popped up. First base side, foul ground. Mountcastle, take out number 2, why don't you? The Orioles need 4 more outs. Hey, everybody has had anti-McKenna in them, I know. We all looked at McKenna like, really? McKenna's still around? What's McKenna doing? Why are we calling him up? McKenna. Hey, all I know about McKenna is that he's made 1 start this season, and he's got a home run in that start. Here we go. I'm just listening now to Kevin Brown talk about McKenna making that catch look easy and why they like having the... Yeah, basically Kevin Brown is now talking about what your boy was talking about 2 minutes ago because your boy's on top of things. This one is in the dirt. 2-0 on Luke Maley, who's on the pinch hit for Jake Fraley. Out goes Fraley. In comes Maley. Maley batting a .163 with a 1 home run. Base is empty, 2 down in the bottom of the 8th. The 2-0 pitch upstairs, 3-0. I subbed at 474 and not even an O's fan, but a great call. Great call, what, to sub? Hey, I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you did, Curtis. This is a called strike, top of the zone, 3-1. Yeah, listen, if anybody out there is a free agent baseball fan, if you want a team to follow, it's this one. Swing and a miss. Count goes full on Maley. And some boos in the crowd. Or maybe that's just the sound system. It's something, I don't know. I'm looking at the Cincinnati crowd right now as they show the on-deck hitter. You could not see a more bored fan base than these Reds right now. They're not giving them anything. Here's a ball drilled left side foul. Yeah, I'm just seeing a lot of people just sitting around just going, whatever. Full count, 2 out, nobody on. The pinch hitter Maley at the plate. And here comes the payoff. Called! Strike 3! And Coulomb given an extra inch or 2 on the inside. Your boy ain't complaining. I'm keeping track all season long. Yeah, we got that call. Adley did a great frame job. But I'm still telling you, when it comes to getting calls versus getting hosed, we've gotten hosed way more than we've gotten the benefit. So until that ratio swings the other way, I have no problem taking a bad call from the ump in our favor. All right, we go to the 9th. We need 3 more outs. The Reds haven't even had 3 base runners in this game. They've had 2 hits. And, no walks. Yeah, they haven't even had 3 base runners. We've got more runs than they've had base runners. Let's go. Good point, the man. Yeah, you can probably take the rain delay and Cole Irvin's performance and just wet conditions and a lack of offense. You could probably take all of that out and just say, it is Ohio. You got a point. I'm just kidding. You know, I've never been to Ohio. I've been around. I've just somehow never been through Ohio. Not even on the road. No Cleveland, no Akron, no Cincy. It'll be Adley, O'Hearn, and Mowney due up in the top of the 9th. Buck Farmer is going to stay out there for his 2nd inning. Got a few Oriole fans in the crowd. Oh, I like that shirt. There's a mom wearing a classic Oriole bird mascot shirt, and I love it. First pitch to Adley's off the plate outside for ball 1. Rutschman 1 for 3 tonight. He had that double in the 7th to spark that rally. Put 3 runs up on the board. Pitch is low and in. 2-0. I actually like Ohio. Yeah, I got nothing against Ohio. One of my favorite bands is from Ohio, Guided by Voices. We got any Guided by Voices fans in the crowd? This one is hit on the ground a second. A little bit of a drop, but recovered in time by Espinal to retire Adley Rutschman. Ryan O'Hearn up at the plate now. 1 out in the 9th. Any Guided by Voices fans in the Charm City chat tonight? They're an Ohio band. They've been around a long time. Here we go. First pitch to O'Hearn, a called strike. And every time they show the crowd, it gets thinner. There's a pitch in the dirt, 1-1. Cantankerous old fart. You've been in Ohio this whole time, Cantankerous? The 1-1 to O'Hearn is low. 2 balls and a strike. You might be right at the man. My Jays are crap, and the O's are an exciting team. The O's and the Braves might be dominant for a while. Sounds like psychedelic rock. The man, no, it's more like lo-fi, just straight up rock, indie rock. They're just a great band. Every song is pretty much 2 to 2.5 minutes long. They must have put out like 40 albums by now. Every album's got like 25 tracks on it. They're insane. And they're a great live band. Here's a ball fouled. Well, it's going to go into foul ground, but it's going to stay in play as the shortstop sprints over to make the catch. 2 out here in the top of the 9th. O'Hearn fouls out to the shortstop. Ah, gotcha, Cantankerous. I gotcha. Ryan Mountcastle struck out and flew out in his first 2 at-bats. Singled and doubled since. 2 for 4 is average currently. .297. This one is fouled back for strike 1. All right, I'll throw out this question. Is anyone familiar with the British sitcom from the 2010s called The IT Crowd? There's a swing and a miss. Mountcastle behind 0-2. Anyone aware of a show called The IT Crowd from the UK? If you are, they had an episode where the band Guided by Voices is mentioned during a job interview. Actually worked the band into the plot the creator of that show was a huge fan of the band as well. Just a little fun fact. 1-2 the count on Mountcastle. The pitch is outside, and it's 2-2. It's not really a knockoff. It doesn't have that cringe humor that we love about The Office. It's more of just a straight-up comedy. There's actors in it you've seen before. This is a swing and a miss. Mountcastle strikes out to win the ninth. We head to the bottom of the ninth. Is it Kimbrel time? There he is. He's getting loose. He's going to get the call, folks. We've got a 3-run lead to work with. I mean, this is honestly really big. This is honestly a big moment for the season right here. How effective Craig Kimbrel is in this appearance. Because let's face it, folks, this Reds lineup outside of Elly De La Cruz has done absolutely nothing. And yeah, Cole Irvin has something to do with it, but I said it before the game started. Other than Elly De La Cruz, this is an offense that we got to, outproduce. End of. We got a 3-run lead going to the ninth. And yes, Elly is due up third. That scares me a little. So Kimbrel's got to come in and get outs. No messing around. No messing around. And I'm rooting for him, man. I'm rooting for the guy. I know. I love how a guy who's probably going to the Hall of Fame, who's now like 5th all-time in saves, and people just love to laugh at, again, folks, when he's in Cooperstown, he'll have the last laugh, believe me. All right, so Stuart Fairchild will be the first batter. I mean, we're talking about the number 9 hitter. Okay, Will Benson. I had a feeling this was going to happen. One of the Reds' normal starters, Will Benson, left-handed hitter, got the night off against Cole Irvin. Well, he's coming on to start this 9th inning. This is the time to use him. Again, De La Cruz due up third. So a big first batter here, and then we got to go after Elly, or he's not the tying run. Folks, add it all up, it still ain't bad. Kimbrel with a 3-run record, 7 saves, a 3.18 ERA, 17 strikeouts in 11 1/3 innings. He's given up 1 home run. He's had some time to rest. Again, your boy wants to believe that it's just as much about limiting his use as it is his own lack of effectiveness. I still believe he's got something in him because he was very effective for the first few weeks of the season. Here's the first pitch to Benson, and it's swung on and missed. 95-mile-an-hour fastball up and in on Benson. What happened with Narniak? I don't even see him in the chat. What happened, JR? There's one for a called strike. Bottom of the zone on the outside edge. Oh, it's a nervous sweat. Okay, I gotcha. 0-2 the count on Benson, the pinch hitter. Big hitter. Swing and a miss. How about a 3-pitch strikeout of Will Benson to begin the 9th? How about that? Who's laughing? Let's go, Kimbrel. 1 out in the 9th. 2 more to get. India will come up with De La Cruz on deck. You get India here, you pretty much can just let De La Cruz do his thing. First pitch is a strike. India 0 for 3 tonight. Hitting just .214, 1 homer, 10 RBI. The 0-1 pitch is high for ball 1. If the Orioles can hang on here, they will move to 10 games above 500 for the first time this season. And there's a terrible swing by India. Just a half-hearted swing. Kimbrel ahead in the count, 1-2. I mean, after a swing like that, that's got to give Kimbrel all the confidence in the world to put this guy away. Let's see what he does on a 1-2 pitch to India. On the outside edge, and how do you not call that a strike, ump? That ball was right on the outside edge, right where Kimbrel wanted it. Are you kidding me? 2-2 the count. Here comes the 2-2, and it's swung on and fouled back. I mean, come on, Blue. It's a late night. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on, bottom of the 9th. And the 2-2 to India. Swing, and he just got a piece. How did he get a piece of that? As soon as I saw him go into a swing on a slider that was breaking low and off the, or I guess it's his knuckle curve. Yeah, that was the knuckle curve, breaking low and off the plate. As soon as he went into a swing, I'm like, there's no way you can reach that. You're going to strike out. He somehow got a piece of it to stay alive. We can't do bugles when we're not up to bat, the bugle is only for when we're batting. It's an offensive. There's a called strike 3 on the outside corner. Jonathan India goes down. 2 down, and I don't want this final at bat to be spoiled, folks. One last look at the sub-screen. Elly De La Cruz will come up to the plate the way you want it, with the bases empty and 2 out here in the 9th. First pitch is low and in, maybe just in. Had the bottom of the zone, but inside. 1-0 on De La Cruz, who has 2 hits, the only 2 hits for the Reds tonight. Swing and a foul off to the right. Bounces off the tarp over there. 1-1. Yeah, folks, with Kimbrel, we got to have his back. He's on the front. He's on the team. He's with us. We just got to use him a little better. Swing and a miss. De La Cruz with a big cut. 1-2 the count. The Orioles 1 strike away from taking the opener. Coming off a series taking 3 out of 4 from the Yankees. I don't know what New York is doing tonight. I guess we'll take a look, hopefully, in a second after I say the Orioles have won. The 1-2 pitch. Upstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I tell you what, Elly De La Cruz is just lethal looking up there with that black uniform. This one's fouled back. I mean, between the caked on dirt, the hair with multiple colors just flying out, the open jersey, the bling hanging all over. He's got a giant shin guard that's like got pink straps on it. I mean, this dude does not fit into a crowd. Called strike 3 right down the middle. And this ball game is in the books. Craig Kimbrel comes on with a perfect 9th inning, might I add. And the Orioles are in the win column. Final score, Baltimore 3, Cincinnati nothing. Another shutout by the Orioles pitching staff. Cole Irvin coming through again. 3rd straight fantastic start. The bullpen getting the job done exactly how you want to see. The combo of Coulombe, Cano, and Kimbrel. Those are the 7th, 8th, 9th combo guys you want to see all working together to get those last outs. I mean, you want to talk about a game worth waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning for. Despite all the frustrations early on, so many base runners, everybody just getting stranded, could not break through. Well, the 7th inning magic And folks, take a look in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen right now. You see this? You see this? This is going to get us to the World Series. You think I'm lying? You think I'm lying? You best believe. You best believe. Magic, 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 magic. Orioles magic. Feel it happen. Get in the win column, folks. I don't know what the Yankees did tonight, but it doesn't matter. We're still in first place no matter what they do. Where are they? Where the hell are they? Final score, Yankees 2, Tigers 1. Okay, so we keep pace atop the American League East. Let me go over the box score real quick, and then we can get on out of here. It's been a long night. And, folks, remember, this chair is not very comfortable. Hey, by the way, I've never mentioned it this entire night tonight, but there are subscriptions to my channel available. And you can also, or memberships, I should say, different than subscriptions. And also there's super chats. You can always send those my way. Helps out your boy. Maybe pay for a new chair. Ryan O'Hearn getting interviewed. He had that big 2-run homer in that 3-run inning. That was the big swing of the night. All right. Cole Irvin gets his 3rd straight win. In as many starts, he moves to 3-1. Pagan takes the loss, goes to 2-2. Kimbrel with save number 8. Multi-hit nights for Gunnar, Ryan O'Hearn, and Ryan Mountcastle. Adley Rutschman double, RBI, and a run scored. He also drew a walk. Kjerstad with a good night. He had a hit and a couple of walks. Westberg drew a walk as well. 5 walks for the Oriole batters. No walks for the Reds. All right. We didn't make an error. We only gave up 2 hits. The only thing that was sort of rough was the inability to cash in runs in those early 3 or 4 innings when we stranded a lot of guys. But it didn't come back to burn us. We got the job done. The pitching, the star of the night. Okay, folks. Tomorrow's game has got a start time that's a little more friendlier for your boy, the Birdwatcher. Let me confirm that right here. Where can I confirm that? Let's go over here. 2 for 13. Is that us? Was that us tonight? But the man, don't get upset. I know that's tough, but when you have a bad night like that and you still win, it kind of makes you feel like you got away with something, doesn't it? Because normally we're not that bad. Okay, so folks, come on back tomorrow. This very station, it's going to be John Means. John Means making his 2024 Major League debut for the Orioles. He'll be taking on Abbott. Is that Andrew Abbott? Is that how it is? Left-hander. A couple of lefties going. 6:40 first pitch. Your boy will be on the air at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, which is 5:30 a.m. for me. Hey, that's an extra hour and a half of sleep. That's how I look at it. All right, folks. Hope you all have a good night. Thanks for hanging out during the rain delay and everything else. A great night for the channel. Great result. I mean, look at that, folks. We're about to hit 645. Hit that like on the way out the door if you haven't done it already, all right? Have a good night, folks. Coming back tomorrow. And, one more announcement. This brings our consecutive not getting swept in a series streak to 101. Ridiculous. All right, that's enough from me. This has been the Birdwatcher, and I'll chirp at you later. Good night, everybody.